I'm just sort of at a bit of a loose end, so I thought I'd just live stream because why not? I finished nannying earlier than I thought I would today. I finished at 1 when I normally finish at about 4:30 or 5, so I thought I'd, be quite busy all day. So yeah, I'm just kind of home alone. So I thought I'd just hop on, see if anyone was around, and just chit chat, really. You might see behind me, got some pictures up. I had taken it down, but I've popped it back up now, and I'm liking it, because in the past I've had it up there and it always makes me feel quite creative, because I can look at the wall and go, yeah, you did some of that, or look at all the cool things that are around you. So anyway, I might just kind of be like flitting around a bit. I don't really know what I'm doing or if anyone's going to watch this, but yeah, that's all. Last night I started drawing some witches, so I'm just going to finish that off now. You're probably just gonna see the top of my head. Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure about these hands. Hands are always tricky, but I thought I'd make them look kind of doll-like. And I'm also avoiding drawing the faces because I don't know what to do. Anyway, this is probably a very weird time to be streaming. But I just thought, why not? Oh my gosh. Normally about this time of day, I'd ring one of my parents. Usually mum, because she's home. But she's a bit poorly. So I just thought that I would come on here and chat. Hi to Justin. Yes. Hello to people watching. Hi. Hi, I'm good. Thank you. How are you? I probably won't do a super long stream, but I just thought that it would be nice just while I'm kind of like winding down from nannying, and yeah. I popped to the library before because I had some books. Let me get them out. I had some books on hold. So this one is called Cuckoo. And my cousin recommended it to me. Wow. She said what she was reading and I thought that sounds horrible and excellent. So, yeah. So basically, I'll just read the back. In the summer of 1995, 7 queer kids abandoned by their parents at a remote conversion camp came face to face with it. They survived, but at camp resolution, everybody leaves a different person. Ah, Yeah, evil. That's what they came face to face with. I skipped a bit. 16 years later, only the scarred and broken survivors of that terrible summer can put an end to the horror before it's too late. The fate of the world depends on it. So that sounds cool. And then this one is a completely different flavour of book. But it's a children's book, and it won Best First Book for this author called Sonia Wilson. She's a New Zealand writer, and she's also a journalist. Look at this cover art. Beautiful. And I'm sort of thinking about writing a children's book, so I want to read a few more children's books. I've read a few over the past wee while, but yeah. And there's a map of Fiordland, which is down south, in the south of New Zealand. And that's where this takes place, so it's going to be quite cool. So this one is an epic adventure fantasy, ancient secrets, and a treacherous journey in a vast wilderness. Sounds great. Something is hiding deep in the forest. Nissa has seen mysterious supernatural lights in the trees. What are they? Why do they seem to be trying to attract her attention, and why does no one else seem to notice them? When Nissa sneaks away from her school camp to track down the lights, she finds herself lost in a dangerous wonderland. She's not the only one at risk. The Fiordland forest and the creatures in it are under threat too. What can she do where adults have failed? And can Nissa find her way back home? And then there's a big old tag, so I can't read it. Anyway, so I've got those. Oh my gosh, let me just bring out the whole pile. Okay. So I put them in order of what I want to be reading. This one's just kind of like a reference book. It's more about writing essays and things, but there are some interesting things in there. And I own that one, so that's fine. This one is chunky. I got this at a book fair, and I've read one Cassandra Clare book, but I haven't read any of the other ones. Blink twice if you're in trouble. Do we have a French person? Salut, salut. Très bien, merci. Je vais aux bibliothèques et lire un livre. J'ai 2 livres nouveaux. I don't know if that made sense. Yes, so this is the first book of the Infernal Devices. She's quite well known for like City of Bones and things from the Mortal Instruments series. So yes, I will get to that eventually, but I own this, so I don't need to rush. And then I went out the other day on a little date, and we stopped by a little library, like a free library, and I grabbed these 2 books. This one I grabbed because we thought that the pictures looked cool. Like, look at that. That's epic. And I think this is a kid's book as well. It says The Chronicles of Avantia, and I've never heard that or whatever, but it sounds great. I think it's a bit of a fantasy. And then this one's called How to Build a Girl. It's got a girl wearing docks on the front, so, you know, you can't go wrong. And yeah, sounds quite cool. So those are next, and I'm working backwards, so then we'll do that. Oh no, I'm working backwards. That one, then that one, then that one. This is a, what do you call it? Supernatural romance kind of vibe. It said there were ghost boys. So that sounds great. That one will be after this one that I'm currently reading. Okay, this was in the teen section. It's not a teen book. I actually think if the characters had been teenagers, I would be enjoying it more because it's the classic like trope of, oh no, we're stuck at our resort. However will we cope? And then people start dying, and then the guests, including the main character, are trying to figure it out. And it's all very like, I don't know, it just feels a bit wishy-washy. It feels like what's in it for her kind of thing. Like, obviously the crime happened when she was there and she found the body and things, but I just feel like I've read better kind of whodunits, and it's not even her family. She's there by herself. It just feels a bit weird. So unless there's quite a twist, I'm going to be a bit disappointed. But anyway, yeah, I don't know why I ended up in the teen section, but it would have been really cool if it was like on a camp and, you know, people started going missing, because they say in the book that it's a camping kind of area. So it could have been like their school camp, and if the characters were teenagers, you know, I would have probably been a bit more invested, but I just feel like it's just weird. Like, this lady gets invited to all these really important conversations with people she doesn't even know, and it's like, excuse me, I've got hiccups. It's like, why is she getting invited? It just feels like, you know, the book happens to her rather than like she's happening to the story, which is always something I try to avoid when I'm writing. You don't want it to feel like, oh, the character's just getting thrown around and like they're not really making any decisions. So yeah, I'm going to read it. I'll try and read it quite quickly so that I can get on to some others. But yeah, just not like, I should probably just hold this up a bit. Just not loving it so far. But that's all right, you know. I still applaud anyone that can publish a book and get it in a library. So, you know, that's a huge congratulations to the author at any rate. But yeah, it's just kind of like each chapter. I mean, okay, I think some chapters of books can kind of just, like, they don't have to serve the plot to a huge degree, but if they're like kind of focusing on a little idea or a theme, go for it. But some of these chapters I'm like, okay. Like the last chapter, all of the characters went and got free massages from another one of the guests because she's like a massage lady. And I was like, okay. And then nothing happened. No, like, you know, in a scene, you kind of have the beginning, middle, end. The character wants something, something stands in the way, and then there's kind of a resolution. But it was like all that really happened was she had a massage. And then, okay. So, yeah. That left me a bit confused. But they do say that you should read all sorts of books, and I guess I was due to read one that is not so enjoyable, and I certainly have. Oh, there's quite a discussion going on in my... Oh no, it's not really a discussion. I think it's just someone... Yeah, okay. Oh, au revoir. Au revoir, I mean. Yeah. So that's the book. But anyway, so yeah, It was really stormy here yesterday in Auckland. We had a lot of rain, and there's been a lot of flooding up north in Northland. So I could have gone to the library, but I just made the decision that I was just going to stay at home. And it was really nice because I still did a lot of the work on my book that I wanted to do. But I did about 7 other things. I played piano. I sang. Oh, not crying, just itchy eyes. I played piano. I sang. I did some art. I put the posters back up on my wall. It was just a really nice, a nice chill creative day. And yeah, I did start to go a bit stir crazy towards the end of it. But that's all right. I started running up and down the stairs. So yeah. I'm really hoping I can get out for a run tonight. It should be good. But I did go out for a walk with the girl I was babysitting, so that was quite good. Yeah. I have been trying to play my piano a wee bit more because I've only really been using it for writing basic chords when I've written a song. I can't remember if I've shown you this, but am I an artist? Not really. I just like to draw, so I'm just drawing some witches. But I'm more of a writer, but I do also play piano. So I've got this cool book which is Studio Ghibli music. So I am learning One Summer's Day from Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service from the movie of the same name. I think I started learning Confessions in the Moonlight from Castle in the Sky. Oh, there is one from that one. So I might try and learn a few others, but oh yeah, that looks all right. So yeah, that was quite nice getting into that. Yeah. Oh, thank you for saying wow. I just copied a picture off Pinterest and I don't know. I don't know really what I'm talking about, but yeah. I love your drawing. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. I find that there's something so satisfying about drawing and then doing the black outlines. Oops, just got a message. I like doing the black outlines because it makes it look like very perfect. Yeah, and it's nice because, oh, I'm just drawing lines. Give me a second. Oh gosh. It's nice because as someone that's not like a big drawer, just putting black pen around it really tidies it up. So yeah. Oh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. It's also really easy to mess up though, so just give me a second, hold on. gosh. Oh, okay. Right. She's got wibbly wobbly legs. Great. Draw some shoes. I was also going to say that since I'm trying to do a bit more piano and things and a bit more singing, if anyone has any song requests or songs they think that might be quite cool to sing, please let me know. Write them in the comments because I think that would be quite cool to have some suggestions, you know. Yeah, I like singing kind of emo songs. Think like Evanescence or I don't know, Evanescence. But yeah, if you have anything that you think would be cool to sing, let me know. I try to write them down if I hear a cool song. I was singing My House by Paris yesterday, which was a song I used to like because it got really popular on Tumblr, or like that whole band did. And yeah, I started singing it yesterday, and I thought maybe that would be the next song that I record for my other channel. Yeah, I'm also going to make a video for this channel, which is, yeah, I can sing, yes. I love to sing. Yeah, I was also going to make a video for this channel because I've just kind of been thinking about, like, there are several children having a tantrum outside. Anyway, you know, I always talk about on my channel, like, being honest and real and sharing real things, and I definitely do that. Oh, that looks so cool. But I think the last wee while, especially since the video, I think it was just before Christmas, I posted a video and it kind of popped off. And it always surprises me when a video on my channel pops off because, like, I don't really expect it, obviously. But it kind of gets me all hyped and I start thinking more about, like, oh, what can I do to like get another video like that, or what can I do that will make people watch or click. And so quite often, yes, I'm making content that I think is helpful to people and things, but I think I need to just go back to being more natural, because cool. Look at her little shoes. Cute. I don't want to draw their faces because, do I know the song Cars Outside? I'm actually not sure. Sounds vaguely familiar, maybe. Is it a new song? I don't know. Yeah, I love reading. I don't want to do anything more because I don't want to mess it up. Oh, I like it. Should I put it on my wall? I kind of want to colour their dresses in. And maybe their hair. Oh, and maybe their hats. Their hats do need to be black, don't they? Okay. Hold on. Let me get a felt. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I think like in the future, if I'm posting videos, I think I need to just do what I was doing and not really plan it out. I thought that planning it out would make it easier. And I do like doing videos where I've got a plan in front of me and stuff. But yeah, I think I need to start just going back to more like casual chatting videos and life updates and things. But the reason I've started making those videos like, oh, dating advice and things is because I get quite a few comments asking for advice or, you know, what's your opinion on blah, blah, blah. And so that's why I have started doing that. But yeah, I don't want to just solely be making content hoping it will pop off, because that wasn't really what it was about. I say it like every video, but it's always just been a diary for me, really. And a couple of years ago it popped off and I got a video that got 40,000 views, and I think that really changed things because I thought, oh, people actually are watching this. And it was nice because people could relate to what I was saying, because I was sort of talking about like how I always felt like a loner and how I was, you know, I'd always struggled with those sorts of things. And so it was nice to hear that people could relate and that my video had helped them in some ways. But at the same time, I was like, that's a lot of people. And then they tempt you with that, like, oh, if you get a certain amount of watch hours, you're going to get paid by us. And so, yeah, I can see how people get into that trap, because obviously the more people watch your videos, the more you're getting paid, or just the more people are aware of your channel and can support you on, you know, whatever platforms you might be wanting to be supported on. But yeah, I think I need to just chill on that. It's been really fun and I enjoy it, and I don't want to change anything dramatically about my channel, but just moving forward, I'm gonna just do a bit more chitty chatty type videos. Yeah, the other side of it is I was trying to do those chitty chatty videos, and sometimes I look back and go, oh, maybe I said a bit too much. So it's almost like having a script actually does help me. I mean, it helps me in real life as well, because, you know, I sometimes struggle with like conversation and keeping conversations going. So I sort of try and think of like relevant questions and things like that. And it's something I've definitely improved on, but yeah, it's still hard. So having the script there is really good. But yeah, I think it's just, you know, it's just something that I need to think about, because I don't want to be a YouTuber. I love being able to give my perspective and share a little bit of advice with people if that's what they would like. But ultimately, I want to be an author, and so having a YouTube channel just puts my face out there. And I always say this as well, I don't want to be famous, but I would love it if my work was. I would love it if I could sell a book that I have worked really hard on. You know, that would be fantastic. So the support that I've received from people that watch this channel that have bought my books that are available online is like amazing. And you know, if my video gets 1,000 views, that's so cool, and I like love it, and I love reading the comments. But at the end of the day, it's the book purchases that really mean the most to me. And the people that have bought some of my books have, like, you know, been aware of what it means to me. And so that just makes it even more special. Yeah. Okay, I coloured in their hats. I think that looks better. What do you reckon? Should I colour in their dresses? I have not read many of the comments. I'm a poet and writer from Nigeria. That's so cool. Do you have any of your work online? It'd be cool to read. When you feel stuck for a long time, it certainly resonated with me to see people wrestle with that in the present versus people who've moved past it. True. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Because normally if someone's making a video like how to cope with a breakup or how to deal with not having any friends or whatever, it's almost like a retrospective. They're like, here's how I've dealt with it. But sometimes it can be very nice and comforting. I mean, I certainly have found YouTube comforting for this reason. It can be comforting to see someone that's really feeling what you're feeling in the present, as you said. Because if you're feeling like, you know, if you're feeling down and feeling a bit worthless, and you might be feeling really alone and just lost and, you know, whatever. If you come to YouTube and someone is saying all of those things, if they're saying, I'm feeling lost, I'm feeling down, I don't know what I'm going to do, it can just be really comforting. Yeah. I guess that's why people listen to sad emo music, because, you know, sometimes it's nice to feel like you're heard and seen. Yeah, so I definitely agree with that comment. And you want to see them working their way through it in real time. Like, I mean, the last few months here have been me getting over a breakup. And if you've been watching, you've seen the chaos unfolding. You've seen me go through some really shitty mental health moments. Obviously not all of it on camera. But then you've also seen me posting videos about like embracing being single, and if someone comes along and, you know, there's a connection, then that's awesome, but also just appreciating who I am as a person. And yeah, it's taken me a long time to get there, and Yeah. So it's cool that I have that all documented from the morning after the breakup, sleep deprived Anna, probably not, yeah, was not doing well, to now where it's been several months and I'm reflecting and yeah. So yeah. Yes. But in the past, I think, especially as a late teens, early 20s sort of gal, um, watching videos of people who are where you want to be is also really good. What's my favorite food? I like burritos, but sometimes I get a sore belly, so I have to be careful. But yeah, like I watched a lot of channels that were just talking about, I mean, it was the days of the vegan movement, so there were a lot of vegans that I watched, but they also talked about mental health and finding your peace and figuring out who you want to be. And yeah, and it helped me so much. Like I can't even, I was watching these people every day for years, and I think that was when I started to have my like aha kind of moment of like what I wanted my life to be like, what I wanted, how I wanted to be treated, the things that I valued, like all of that came out of that period of time. So I guess I just make these videos mostly thinking of younger Anna. If she came across me and was going through something, whatever it was, and she clicked on my video, she might learn something from me and think, this girl has gone through what I'm going through right now, and she's stronger because of it. I used to watch a girl that had a severe eating disorder. She was addicted to some sort of drug. She had like family problems, just mental health problems. And just to see, to hear all of that had happened to her and she could still make it out the other side and grow this beautiful life for herself, that was like a real game changer for me. Because, yeah, I didn't have like, yeah, I don't want to get into it, but there wasn't always like the support I needed. At times, more of the like emotional support. And so I always felt like I was kind of going it alone, but hearing these girls and young women kind of taking back their power made me start. It's been a long road and I've still got a way to go, as the journey's never over. Even after months, I can see tears in your eyes. Oh no, I just have hay fever, but yeah, I'm not crying. I just, it's probably a mixture of moisturizer and hay fever being in my eyes, but yes. Younger me would certainly be surprised to see me having my own place. Yeah. And that's awesome. Yeah, because look how far you've come. That is great. And I guess when we're younger, when our world has just been little, when our world is just smaller, you try to think like, oh, it would be nice to have this and this and this. But sometimes you don't know if you're going to get there because it's hard to fathom owning a house if you're like 18. But yeah, that's awesome. Well done. That's very cool. Wow, maybe I should make a video about like what I would say to my younger self. I think younger me, I'm talking like 15-year-old me, before the awakening, she, I think she needed to probably realize that she wasn't always the problem, and she would not always feel like the problem, and yeah, I think she just needed to realize her self-worth and that she didn't need the approval of others to feel worthy of having a good life. And I'd tell her to start writing. Oh my gosh, I'd say, sit down, get writing. Because I didn't write my first book until I was in year 13, so probably like 17. Oh, there's a lot I would say to 18-year-old Anna as well. Don't go and get a performing arts degree. Try and get a creative writing degree. Maybe. Hindsight's a great thing, isn't it? Yes. The goal in this life is to know who put you in it and know more about it. Then something in the brain finally awakened to a chance for new experiences and learning despite some friction. Exactly. That's right. Yeah. And yeah, the brain awakening is amazing because you start to realize like that the world that you've grown up in, the things that you believe about yourself and everything isn't how everyone sees it. And yeah, so if you don't have a teacher in your life to teach you how to do things, you know, communicate respectfully, regulate emotions, whatever it is, you can teach yourself. And that's the amazing thing about the time that we live in as well. Every now and then I think about writing, especially after reading Dune. I haven't read Dune, but I've heard it's good, although I heard some bits are quite long-winded. Is it kind of like Game of Thrones where you're like, when's this chapter gonna end? I'm dying. But you should so write. I don't know if my beliefs about myself have changed more than I just got new things to do in the meantime. Well, I guess only you can know that really, but if you're maybe doing things that 10 years ago you wouldn't have been brave enough or, you know, fit enough for or whatever it is, then I don't know, maybe the changes have just been so gradual that you didn't really notice, but yeah. Hey green alien planet. How are you? It's summer in New Zealand, it sure is, but we're having some horrible storms at the moment. It's very windy, so I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, there's a big storm that's blowing across. It's heading to the South Island. I think my parents down in Christchurch have got it now, but it was just pouring down yesterday. So not much of a summer, but I like winter, so, and I like rain, so I'm fine with that. When I was writing, did I ever get writer's block? Yes, but I've got into such a routine where I'm able to kind of work around it by having a massive plan. Should I show you my plan? Where is it? So So basically I was writing and I was getting stressed out because there's so many scenes and things to remember and blah, blah, blah. So I made a new plan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's like the plot outline. And already as I'm writing on my computer, I have realized that I've missed important scenes. So I'm kind of like, oh, I need to go back. But yeah, it's not so much writer's block. It's actually, it's better because I'm like, I need to write that. Sorry, I just remembered something that I need to, a scene I need to write. She learns that blank was being blanked by blank blank. That's all you get. Yes, that's like a little revelation that I don't want to say on here. So yeah, writer's block, not so much. I like the thing that Stephen King said about writer's block. You can kind of avoid it by saying to your brain, at 9 a.m. I sit down and I do the thing, I do the writing. And that's really helped me because I quite like a routine. I can't remember the exact wording, but it's basically like you tell your brain that you are sitting down and you will be writing. And so if your brain gets used to that routine, then it's easier. Like sometimes you get random thoughts and you go, oh, yeah, that's a good idea or whatever. But to make yourself just sit down and sit in front of the piece of paper and you go, all right, here we are. What's happened before this? What's the next scene I'm wanting to write? And you just get into it. Or if you're editing, you know exactly where you need to jump back in. You kind of set yourself up for success, you know? So you know where you're finished and where you need to start. Because if you sit down and go, oh my God, I have no idea what's happening next. I have no idea what I'm doing with this editing, like, or what I need to fix, or what's even wrong with this story, or whatever. If you give yourself a bit of a plan, like what needs to happen in this edit, or this read over, or like remind yourself of the themes and just keep everything at the front of your brain. Like, what's my character's main goal? What's the main themes? What's the plot? Like, where are the plot beats? If you can think of all that as you go through, it's a lot harder to get writer's block because, yeah. I know some people just like to fly through and that can be really fun. Like, I've written a bit like that as well. But if I'm writing a big ass novel with, you know, up to, well, over 100,000 words sometimes, you can't just raw dog it. You have to have a plan, in my opinion. Yes, hello, I like your pictures on the wall. Thank you. Some of them I have watercolored, some are like pen drawings, other things are just things I've grabbed from magazines or cards or just printed out because they look cool. Yeah. Damn, we got the manuscripts. Yeah. There's a YouTuber I watch on here that prints out her drafts and edits them like that. And it's like, because she does double spacing, you know, like where you have a line and then you leave a gap and then you have a line so that she can go through with her red pen and edit. And sometimes I think that would be quite good because I don't like having to like leave notes and things alongside what I'm doing. Like, I know you can do that on Word docs, but I don't do that on Scrivener because it just gets a bit confusing. Well, actually, I don't really think you can. Yeah, so I don't like leaving myself notes. I kind of just do it as I go. But yeah, she prints the whole thing out and red pens it, and I think it's actually probably a more thorough way to do it. But if you're just going through and correcting grammar and things, why don't you just do it at the time rather than like, oh, cross it out, put this in, whatever. Because then you have to go back and do it again. Isn't that just double handling? But if it's like you're looking for main theme ideas, whatever, more like structural book things, then I guess so, because you could just go like cut it out or write, you need a scene here with blah blah blah. But can't you kind of just do that on the computer anyway? But yeah, it would feel so cool to hold a physical copy of my book in my hand, especially my fantasy books, because they're freaking huge. Yeah. Maybe I should try and get those published. Oh, I don't know. I think they go well past the threshold of like what would work for a teen book in terms of word count. Yeah, I don't know. There's guidelines and you can kind of stretch the guidelines a wee bit, but I think $120. $120? What am I talking about? 120,000 words is probably a bit big and would cost a lot of money if I wanted to do it self-published, which is why I said $120, because in my head I was thinking, self-publishing. That's the thing, you can basically do whatever you want if you're self-publishing, but who knows if you're actually gonna be able to get your story out there. Yes. Ah, bonjour! He's back. He's back. You self-published 3 books? That is so cool. Are they available to download? What is the desert picture on the wall? Is there a pyramid or mountain or something? It's just some mountains in a desert. Yeah. That's all. Which country? I'm from New Zealand. Ah, thank you. Oh, you're from New Zealand? Awesome. Welcome, fellow New Zealanders. What about fantasy fiction? Yeah, I have dabbled in fantasy, sort of a light fantasy, or what do they call it? I mean, there were a lot of characters, but I wouldn't really call it like a Game of Thrones type thing. But yeah, I really enjoy writing fantasy. I think I'll maybe do it again one day, but I'm a bit burnt out and I'm only halfway through my 3rd book in the trilogy. When the characters have already gone through so much and so many big decisions were made in the last book, it's like, you want to keep them motivated towards a goal, and you also want them to be able to develop as characters and like change in some way, or kind of learn something that changes them or their perspective, but yeah, it's kind of like, oh, here we go again, because you don't want them to just go back to how they were in the second book, because quite often the first book is them overcoming a big whatever that explains the theme, and yeah, what, you know, what they need to do to achieve their goal is sometimes, it sometimes means that they have to have gone through some stuff and changed. And then the second book, it's always quite fun to sort of tempt them back to their old life before all that change happened, or like tempt them back to their old way of thinking. So yeah, you kind of play with that, like, am I going to stay in this new world, or am I kind of going to like go back to how I was? But no, I can't go back because that's not who I am anymore. So you're kind of playing with that. And then the third book, it's like, you know, they're more cemented in their decisions that they've made. Especially in this book, like some big things have happened where they just cannot go back to being the people that they were. So it's kind of like, well, where do you go from there? How do you develop them further as characters? So that's kind of what I'm struggling with. I think the plot's really fun in this one because there's like quite a few different people introduced that I'm quite enjoying writing. But yeah, you want them to keep going towards their ultimate goal. But there still has to be a struggle that they're up against. So if it's not them, it's not their like, you know, internal, then what do you do? Because they need to have that pain versus pain, the kind of decision versus decision going on to create the conflict. So I think I'm just going to write it how I want to write it and then see how it goes. Anyway. Je suis Canadian. Je suis stupid American. That's so cool that you have 3 books. And it's okay that you didn't sell a lot. I think it's just awesome that you wrote those books and you published it. You know, not a lot of people can say that they've done that in their lives. So congratulations. That's fantastic. Forgive me, my cultural understanding of New Zealand is Lord of the Rings and Temuera Morrison. Yeah, and what about Taika Waititi, who's married to Rita Ora? And what else do we have? Lord. Who else? One of the girls that's in Blackpink was born in New Zealand. Who else do we have? That's about it. Kimbra. Yeah, anyway. There's probably heaps more that I'm forgetting. Subbed. Like your description of channel, well done. I do same sort of thing. Live in solar powered house truck. That's so cool. Oh, I think that is such a cool way to live. If you love just traveling around, that's awesome. I think I'd like to do a few road trips and stay in a truck or like, you know, like a house truck type of situation. But I like having my room and my, you know. What period of time, or is it modern or any technological influence? Might be talking about my fantasy trilogy that I was talking about. I don't actually give any dates in the book, but I sort of imagine that it's like what's the words I'm looking for? Like pre-industrial revolution. So there's no major machinery, or there's definitely no like computers, or I don't think that was a very accurate description, but like they have basic things, like they have kind of a gondola that's powered by people moving the things, and they ride horses and they have swords, and everything's very like analog. Yeah, hope that explained it. For me, it's important to not know what will happen, only knowing kind of what happens next. Oh yeah, with your writing. That's cool. So rather than having it all planned out, is it like you have a basic idea of where you want things to go, but you're not quite sure how you're going to get there. So you kind of let the characters do it or like lead you through their decisions. I think that can be a very cool way of doing it. And I think they either call it pantsing because it's like writing by the seat of your pants or something, or discovery writing. So you really just let the plot go where you want to go. And I think Stephen King does that quite a bit. And you can kind of tell that when you read his books sometimes because, you know, you can tell that he has like a basic outline and he has his characters but yeah, you can tell that he's just kind of like working through it alongside the characters, and that's really cool. Oh, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Yeah, but anyway, I'm from New Zealand. Taika Waititi, yeah. Yeah, he's cool. If you haven't seen Boy, you should watch Boy. Just reading a comment. Involuntary treatment. Oh gosh. I'm not quite sure what that was in reference to, but that sounds rough. Sherlock Holmes. I'm a very cool character. I don't know much about him though. How am I doing? I'm very good, thank you. Feeling better from just coming on here and having a little chat. For anyone that hasn't seen, lol, I'm just like, look at my witches. I'm quite pleased with them. Anyway, I think I will put that on my wall. You don't know about the ending. Oh, okay, cool. So you just sort of write and you don't know the ending. Yeah, that's very cool. I like that. Quentin Tarantino, I think, with some movie parts. Yep, I think so. Yep. Well, that's great. Whatever works for you. I get a bit stressed if I don't know where my novel's going to end up. So, yeah. Even though the middle of my novel right now is still like a washing machine of scenes and stuff. Speaking of washing machine, I have washing in the wash. I need to go and get that out. Anyway, yeah, I know the ending so that I can like make sure we get there. From the UK, awesome. Do you know totally your book ending? For this, for the other one that I'm writing, which is like kind of a thriller type thing, yes. Because it's very important for me to make sure I can pull all the like unanswered questions together. So I had to kind of, yeah, I really wanted to make sure I had an ending sorted. But yeah, if you don't need to do that and you just want to like write, go for it. I am from New Zealand. No, I'm not from Australia. I'm a Kiwi. Now that I've remembered that I have washing in the machine, I think I'm gonna go Je suis Canadian. Awesome. You're from Nigeria. That's very cool. Hi from India. Hello. Why can't I find a good kind-hearted girl like you? All I've got around me are certified weirdos. I think everyone's a bit of a weirdo. Some people are just better at hiding it. Yeah, that's all I have to say to that. Did you sell many of your books? I sold some online on lulu.com. There's a link somewhere on my channel. But not heaps, like not enough to, you know, make a living off or anything, but just like a little bit of pocket money. And just, yeah, it's really cool. I'm very proud of myself for publishing them. Yeah. Oh, you're in Auckland, that's cool. Please tell me about yourself. Okay, I am a gal who is currently working as a nanny, but I have a passion for writing and doing other creative things like playing piano and songwriting and singing and sometimes art and paper quilling, things like that. And I am a lot happier than I was a few months ago, that's for sure. In fact, I'm feeling really good. And I think that's all you need to know about me as a summary. Poopy doopy, I agree. Ah, thank you to Green Alien Planet saying that you enjoyed my live stream. You're welcome. It's always nice to see you here, so thank you. Are you angry? Why did you live an angry life? I see it on your face. I'm not angry. I'm very happy. Angry at the world. Not at this current moment. I'm glad you're not angry anymore. Yes, thank you. Can you sing now? No. No, I don't want to sing live. That's where I get all shy. But I do have a channel where I put some songs on. It's called Maree Creatives. So the name of this channel plus creatives. And there's some original songs and some covers that I've done. And I might do one if I'm feeling brave, maybe after this. But yeah, I don't want to sing live. But yeah, thank you. Oh, well, I'm glad if I made your day. It's been really nice to chat. I just, yeah, it's nice to just have people to chat to, and I appreciate it. How old am I? Can you guys guess? I know I've said it in previous videos, but it would be interesting to see if you can guess how old I am. The painting on the wall are for you. Do you mean like, did I do them? I did some of them. Yeah. Yeah, I did do some of them. I did the little house. I did some of the sort of like pen drawings, that sort of thing, but not all of them. Okay, people are saying 27, 26, 23. Wrong, wrong, and wrong. Watercolors. Yeah, watercolors. Although some of them I went a bit hard on, like when I was learning how to do it. I thought you had to like really like build up the color, and so it looks like normal paint, but then you touch it and it's like all, it's got like this weird kind of filmy feeling on it. So I've learned that you actually need to keep it really light. That's the whole point, and then you can build it up. So yeah. Ah, thank you. Thanks. I haven't done much watercoloring in a while just because I've been doing my pen drawings. Here's the witches again. Anyway, I should probably eat something. I haven't had lunch and it's 3 p.m. You can't be in 30s, so you 19. 25. Any new arts you want to try and learn? I thought it'd be cool to do the, you know how people build those little rooms out of like, you know, you get the kit and you put all the little pieces together. But then I feel like I don't know what I'd do with it afterwards because I don't really have a lot of room. And my flatmate has a lot of planes in our like lounge, so I wouldn't want to start putting those things around. Okay, I'll tell you how old I am right now. Okay. All of you were wrong. I am 29. Yes. I just wanted a few people to guess before I said, just out of interest. We had a 27, we had 26, 23, 24, 19, 25. Yes, really. Yep. Yep. Some people think I'm younger than I am. I think the main reason for that is that I don't really go in the sun. Like, I'm not a summer gal and I don't enjoy getting sunburnt. So, no, for real, I am. Yeah. I just take care of myself, and I had quite a good sleep last night, so maybe that makes me look a little bit more alive. You must get a lot of glycine in your diet. Glycine? Hold on, I have to Google it. What's that? Oh. Ah. Helps build proteins. Yeah, I think I probably do. Hold on, let's see. What do you actually, what? Glycine, what do you have? Amino acids. Is glycine like amino acids? I eat Greek yogurt. I eat chicken. Yeah, I guess I do have a bit of that stuff. Yeah. I'm 29. That was the age that I said. Yes. Pure soul really make people younger. Oh, that's very nice. I don't think I'm a pure soul. But I strive to be a good person, and sometimes it doesn't end up that way because I'm just a human and I make mistakes, but try to be optimistic. So hey, if that keeps me looking young, excellent. Pretty trans girl. I'm not trans, but thank you. I'm 100% a cisgender female woman. But lol, that's funny. Thank you. No one is, but do the best you can. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I'm not trans. Yes. Yeah, well, we all just do the best we can, don't we? And yeah. And I also think, like, if you can acknowledge what you might have done wrong, or, you know, your actions, bless you. That was a loud sneeze. Our neighbour has the loudest sneeze, and every time he sneezes, I just get a wee bit of a fright. Okay, I'm starting to go a bit loopy, so I might need to go now. But yes, vitamin D. Yeah, I probably do need some vitamin D. I used to take supplements, but since I don't really go in the sun, yeah, I probably do need that. I sneeze really loud too. Yeah. Make sure you warn everyone. Say, I am about to sneeze. What is the most important thing you learned? To just be happy with what I have in my life, and you know, I can still strive for more. But oh, hold on. I just need to turn my plug off. But you know, at the core of my belief, I just believe that being happy with what you have is a great place to start. And I truly am. How tall am I? I am 173 centimeters. So that's reasonably tall. I think it's about 5'8". Yeah. How to be happy with what you have. I think it's quite a process, but you know, it's in all areas of your life. Your clothes, your body, your trauma. Obviously, you're not going to be happy with that, but like, it's more of just a state of accepting what you have and being grateful for what you have, what you've been through, and like how it makes you who you are. Whoa, that was deep. But yeah, like I don't really buy new clothes. I occasionally will, but that's just something that I'm content with. And so I still like fashion, or, you know, looking at people and thinking that's an awesome outfit. But I've just spent so many years kind of like not caring about it that it just doesn't register with me that I'm missing out on anything. I don't feel like I'm missing out because I'm not buying clothes. Yeah, that's just one example. So just learning how to be content. Really just appreciating the life that you have. Yes. 175 centimeters. That's almost 5'9". Oh yeah. Gratitude is one main pillar to achieving more of what you really want. Exactly, yeah. I feel like if you can't just be grateful for what you already have, how can you build upon that? You know, I'm grateful for my laptop. I'm grateful for the ability to write. And one day I hope that I can be grateful for having published some books physically. But, you know, if I wasn't already just grateful for what I have to work with, like, where's the fun in that? Where's the joy in that? Someone go steal her laundry out of her washer. Oh, my... I actually do need to go and get it out because it's quite hot. And it gets all gross. Thank you for reminding me. Oh my gosh. Me too. I have clothes that feel good and look nice. From Finland. Oh, you're from Finland. That's awesome. Yeah, exactly. That's cool. You're happy with what you already have. Please eat. Did you mean eat something before you pass out? Yeah, I probably should. Yes. All right. I'm going to end it now. But it's been really nice, and nice to see some familiar names here and maybe some new people as well. Keep an eye out on both of my channels because I will be posting at some point, I'm sure. And yeah, I really appreciate you being here today. And yes, you can find me on lulu.com. That's where my books are. You can find me on Buy Me a Coffee if you would like to support me in a financial way. But I kind of think it's better to buy a book because then you get a book. Yeah. But nice to meet you. This is my first time here. Oh, bye. It's been so nice. I've really enjoyed your comments, so thank you. Yeah. Okay, we're done. Bye, everyone. I hope you have a good morning, noon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Bye.